For most people, the holiday season is a time spent with family and friends. There are several parties, celebrations, and social gatherings that go on, and for the majority, it's a time of enjoyment. However, for many people, it's filled with sadness, self-reflection, loneliness, stress, and anxiety. So what causes this holiday despair? There are several reasons for it. Sadness is a personal feeling, so what's sad for you may not be sad for another person. According to the U.S. Board Certified Atomic Pathologist, Melissa Conrad, there are several steps that you can follow to avoid letting the holiday blues bring you down. I'm going to explain to you what causes the holiday blues and I will give you suggestions in coping with the stress and depression if you are one who is struggling. So what are some causes of holiday sadness? Stress is a really big one. You might have a lot of things planned to do for others, and especially for the holidays, you're giving for others, and which causes a lot of stress for most people and can eventually lead to fatigue. And once you get something done, you just feel so overwhelmed, and eventually you just become lazy because you're so fatigued and because you were so stressed to begin with. Another one would be unrealistic expectations. That would be you feel okay, I'm going to get all this stuff done, and then just things don't happen the way that you wanted them to, and it just doesn't go the way that you wanted, and people can get really depressed from that. Another thing is commercialization. Everything's always so perfect and peppy and happy, and if you're not feeling that way, you could get really even more depressed just because everything seems like they're having such a great time and everything, and if you're not feeling that way, it could be really depressing. Financial incapability, that would be for some parents that can't afford what their little kids, their love of their lives, want for Christmas, and you could get really depressed from that if you can't afford to pay for their happiness, I guess. Another would be the inability to be with friends. For most, when I think of this, it would be for kids, people that are in college and they can't come home, or on a work trip and they can't come home due to weather or anything like that, and they just become lonely and sad and depressed. So although it is hard to deal with these problems, when they arise, there are ways to fix them and ways to feel better from it. So some ways is be realistic. Make realistic expectations for your holiday season and set realistic goals for yourself. Do things that you know you can accomplish. Another would be organize your thoughts. Pace yourself. Do not take on more responsibilities than you can handle. And prioritize. If you know that you can do this one day, but you can't also do something else, make goals that you know that you can get done. Also, understand the past, present, and future. Live in the moment and enjoy that present and that great time, the holiday season, and look to the future with optimism. Don't look with despair. And don't set yourself up with disappointment and sadness by comparing today with the good old days. You're not going to ever get those times back, so just live in the future, or live in the present and prepare for the future. Don't look back in the past. Another is get rid of bad habits. If you're in the holidays, whenever you're getting down, a lot of drinking can happen, and excessive drinking to that effect, and it just keep on track and of what you're consuming, because also overeating can happen too, and it's unnecessary to spend those lonely times with alcohol instead of with other people. Also, find some holiday activities. If you're lonely, try volunteering to help other people, or find activities that make you feel free, looking at holiday decorations or going shopping without spending something. Just live in the moment. Another one would be surround yourself with positive people. Get away from all the people that are negative and that bring you down. Spend time with supportive and caring people. Try to spend time with your family and friends, and reach out to make new friends or meet new people if you're not surrounding yourself with those people. And the last and most importantly, make time for yourself. Don't let other people's responsibilities or other people's wants and needs get in the way of yourself, because you're the most important. So, as you can see, there are numerous causes to depression during the holidays. Because depression is so serious, it is important to recognize if you have any of these symptoms and reach out for help if needed. Even if you are not a victim of this case, it is still important to realize that others might not be feeling the same way during the holiday season as you do.
Hot dog, Shellie.